Good morning and welcome to another presentation. This presentation is actually a happy presentation. I've reached out to a number of people and I've asked them that if they would provide me feedback, and of course they usually do anyway, in reference to the council tax and their efforts at challenging it. I'm happy to report back that today I've received a confirmation on my YouTube channel by a comment and also by an email. So today is a happy day. Here is one of the comments that was provided, and it was actually a repost of an interview that I had done with Richard Vobes approximately a year ago. It reads as follows: I put my local council tax in knowledge of everything Stan has made public knowledge, and they've been leaving me alone. Then I also told them that I'm aware that they take payments of the council tax for my birth certificate, SESTA-KV Trust Fund. I got no response within 28 days, or subsequently. This year's bill was calculated at zero balance payable. Why should anyone be defunded of double charging from their personal means? This was simply posted today. I've blanked out the name of the person. I kind of made it obvious that there's somebody that reposted it, and therefore my method does work, provided people follow the instructions and provided you can persuade the court that you are correct. I will go more into that later. Here is another email which I received. It says, "Hi Stan, I just wanted to bring you up to date on what's happened with my council tax issue and write this letter as an encouragement to your followers. I informed my local council tax about the public information shared by Stan, and since then they have stopped contacting me. I also mentioned that I'm aware that they collect funds from the funds associated with my birth certificate. I did not receive a response to this within 30 days, which is the set time frame I gave them as Stan suggested. This year the bill showed a zero balance payable. This raises concerns about the fairness of charging individuals twice from their personal funds. I pointed out many things which I have taken from Stan's videos. Council tax in the UK is a local taxation system on non-domestic properties, but they would have you believe it is calculated based on the property value and the number of adults living in a home. If you believe your council tax is incorrect, you can challenge it through the Valuation Office agency in England and Wales, or through the local assessor in Scotland, just as Stan suggested. The concept of the SESTA-KV Trust, originating from medieval law, refers to a beneficiary trust or insurance policy who has the right to property, land, and income derived from it. However, the modern interpretation and application of this concept do not align with the idea of council tax is paid from the birth certificate trust fund. This legal theory, often discussed in various online forums and videos, has been largely discredited and does not hold in contemporary legal practices, as Stan pointed out. If you are dissatisfied with your council tax handling of your council tax, there are formal avenues to address this. Stan has been most helpful in stating he was looking for someone who would follow directions and do as instructed without giving in or giving up. I'm glad I took his advice, even though it was a tough road. Thank you for all you do," and they've signed it. I blanked out their name because I don't need them being bombarded with a million emails. So my method does work, and there's been a couple of people who said you can't point to a success. Well, there's two of them in a row, and that's why I left it until this time frame, until I had some people that would not mind me making it public knowledge. There's been other people that have had limited success, and there's other people that have had full success. Now, I can't guarantee a success when you fight a legal battle. Nobody can, because it's depending upon how you do your paperwork, how well you present your paperwork, and the opinion of the judge or magistrate. Now, I have often suggested that we try to mediate our problem prior to going to a trial. If there's nothing in controversy, then there's no reason to bring this matter before court. If we're in agreement, then why are we going to mommy or daddy the judge to try and resolve our problem? This is why I tell everybody, try to settle your differences with paperwork in what I deem, or what I call, mediation. And then if they won't cooperate, you can use your paperwork and their response, or lack thereof, as your defense or your argument against council tax. And that is exactly what was done in both these situations. You have to remember that the officers of the court are under a legal and moral obligation to follow the statute. And there is provisions within the law to hold them accountable, and they're held to a higher standard than the average individual. Now, these paperwork that we would do would outline these facts. But anyway, you now have confirmation that the method that I prescribe does work at least part of the time. As I said, I can't guarantee you 100% success, because I don't know if you complete the paperwork right, or if you alter it, or if you leave parts out, or how well you present it, how well you serve it, if you follow the statute and the timelines. When you're in court, you are subject to certain timelines and response times, and paperwork has to follow a certain protocol. You can't file it the day before court and expect it to work. You can't file it without serving the other side. So there is a legal process that has to be followed. Now, with that said, I've often told people that I would, if there was interest, do live one-on-one meetings or consultations to help people fight this council tax. Now, the issue I would have with doing so is that when I am in England, I'm not permitted to drive on the road. Further, your equipment over there all runs on 240 volts, 50 cycle, single phase. So in order to do a proper presentation, I would need access to a laptop and a projector or a large television screen, which the laptop would have to interface to. Now, many of the current laptops have different output video ports, which are maybe or maybe not compatible with the television or projector. Anyway, if there is an interest in this doing live presentations, I would be more than happy in organizing a list and see where the interest is, so we can do them in the appropriate spot. I would, of course, have to book the venue, and there would be a fee for that, so these presentations would not be free. However, what would happen is if you had any specific questions, you can ask one-on-one, and if there is time, I would actually review paperwork, provided you don't bring me 3 inches and say, can you give me an answer in 2 minutes? My objective here is to help the people, and people sometimes take advantage of that, and I'm not here for the money. However, it does take a considerable amount of time to review the law, comprehend the law, and put these presentations together. And if you want one-on-one time, I can't do everything for free. I mean, everybody needs to have their expenses covered, or reasonable donations. Anyway, as I said, if there is interest, I'm currently working on a book regarding council tax. If you wish to be notified when it's complete, or have any other comments or questions, I can be reached at the address shown here. And if you are interested in having a presentation done in your area, I would suggest that you find a hotel or a restaurant that has adequate space and seating. And there is one such place set up in Lancaster, which I can arrange if need be, and it would be at a restaurant. And provided people purchase food or drink, we can get the avenue or the venue for free. At least that's what I was advised prior to me leaving the UK. Some may suggest, well, why don't you do it all on Zoom? Zoom makes it very difficult because people can't log in sometimes. There's people that don't use computers or have issues, don't have Zoom, don't know how to use it. And so sometimes simple is better. Anyway, as I've stated, if you wish to be notified when the book is complete, you can send me an email. There will be a video that comes out that announces the book, so if you're not on the list and you keep your eyes peeled on my YouTube channel, and you can subscribe to it, like and subscribe. That helps boost the channel, and it also keeps you notified if you log back into back into YouTube. Most of the time, the people that you've subscribed to, their videos will pop up first on the feed. So even if YouTube doesn't send you a direct email, if you go on to your YouTube, it will give you the most current subscriptions first, generally speaking. Anyway, I thank you for taking the time, and I'm glad I could provide this video, which shows that the method does work, at least some of the time. Thank you, and have a great day.